Hello everyone, this is Ryan with Parsec Education. I'm here to do a brief overview of our California Science Test Dashboard. That's the CAST dashboard that we use or built using the publicly available research file data provided by the CDE each year. This is de-identified FERPA compliant, available to everyone. What we've done is we've given it function and form so that you can more easily utilize the data that's there. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go full screen, click on the drawer icon to go full screen here, and we're going to dive right into what's here and a little bit of why. So everything that we do at Parsec tends to start off with an overall view. And in this case, it is true, or remains true, and this overall view is meant to show us a singular district or singular school's data at a glance. There's a couple things we need to note there, that if I have district selected, this data is not valid till I have a singular district selected. If I have school selected, this data is not valid till I have a singular school selected. But since I have district selected, you'll see that school doesn't have any options. Keeps me from making mistakes. The one thing you will want to note is that it starts off with 4 years selected, or as many years as there are, and we'll want to not look at the data that way, so we'll want to hover over the year that we want, slide over to the only option, click that. That's going to be true of all filters with multiple options, and that's going to allow us to look at a singular year for the data. Okay, you can break this down by student group or by grade level. Thing to remember with student groups is if I select them all by selecting like the checkbox next to student group, that's not going to be valid data. I can either look at all students as a student group or a singular student group below by clicking on that only option. Just the thing to remember. All right, so the proficiency versus unduplicated pupil count comes next. It's not going to show much because I have ABC Unified selected here, and there's only one district, so it's not going to show me a bunch of different districts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this checkbox to reselect all the districts, and this is showing me all the districts in the state. This is to help me identify outliers, higher percentages of UPC, unduplicated pupils, and higher proficiency. That's what I want to see. So this school system here, Midway Elementary in Kern, looks like it's an outlier for a higher percentage of unduplicated pupil counts. It's got a higher proficiency on the science test, so well done to them. The ranking tool comes next. This is for identifying similar districts or schools for improvement opportunities. So I can look by different performance bands in either overall or by domain. I can change the population by looking at just how much I want unified school districts that are under 5,000 enrolled and over 80% economically disadvantaged. You can slide these or type. Both those are valid. And then I'm going to find similar schools, and the point of that is if I'm Cutler Orosi and I want to improve things, I might look at Mountain Valley Unified. In Trinity, I might click on that, find who the administrator is, and reach out to them. It's an administrator card right there. Say, hey, what are you doing that we might also be able to do? It removes the isolation from improvement. Rankings over time is going to be the same thing, but it lets you look at multiple years. I don't really use it very often, but it's there for you if you want to use it. Trend analysis I find very helpful for just viewing the data. So right now we want to make sure that we actually have a district selected. So let's go to Anderson Valley. Remember, these parameters are still in place, so it's limited the districts that I can choose from. If I don't like that, I can just click reset filters anytime, start over, ABC Unified it is, right? So I'm looking at them over multiple years, and then if I look at the proficiency chart, it's going to show me their percent proficient and met or exceeded on the science test over time. They're doing great. And I can do this by student group and by grade level as well. Okay. I can look at results by student group, so I can just select, this is where I can select all of the student groups and see their performance, but remember, see this 239%, I need to make sure I select this singular year. That's what's going to help me the most. All right. There's a state comparison where I can compare the state to my district or school over time, and you can see that ABC Unified is doing very well. Comparison, and there's the custom data export tool where I can select multiple years and multiple student groups and look at the data for all of them. I can export using a double click, a two-finger click on a Mac, or a right click on a mouse or a PC, export it to Google Sheets or a CSV, however I want to use it outside the system. That's it for this one. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I'm Ryan at parsekeducation.com, but that's the basics. Have a great day. Bye.